Y'all better sit down and clutch your gospel pearls, because what just dropped ain't no regular tea, it's boiling holy water with a cyanide twist. David Mann, yes, Mr. Hallelujah himself, the same man who danced through Tyler Perry stages and sang about love like he was God's favorite son, has just been arrested in what authorities are calling a murder for benefits plot against his own wife, Tamela Mann. You heard that right. Not a divorce, not a scandal, but attempted murder by poison. Is this How to Get Away with Murder, Gospel Edition? Or just another preacher in the pulpit with devilish motives? How do you go from take me to the king to take me out the will? And sis Dr. Jackie? She ain't hiding anymore. She's coming out swinging with receipts, screenshots, and voice memos that'll make your church shoes melt. So buckle up, saints and sinners, because this ain't just a scandal. It's spiritual warfare in a three-piece suit, and the choir just went silent. Let's get into it, because this story might just ruin gospel brunch forever. It started with a whisper, then a rumor, then a full-blown siren call outside the Mann estate in Dallas, Texas. Helicopters circling, police tape wrapping the gates like a crime scene out of an episode of CSI, Gospel Edition. Neighbors crying, fans praying, and insiders? Oh, honey, they were leaking like a choir robe in August heat. David Mann, the face of Christian comedy, gospel husband goals, a Medea's loyal fool, was suddenly plastered across TMZ's breaking banner with a mugshot that screamed, "I've been caught." Sources close to the family say it wasn't just marital drama brewing behind closed doors. Nope, this was premeditated poison. Allegedly, David had been slipping herbal supplements into Tamela's tea for months, disguised as wellness detoxes. Except these weren't turmeric shots and ginger roots. We're talking substances that made Tamela's blood work light up like a Vegas slot machine. Let's rewind. For years, the Manns were portrayed as the ultimate gospel power couple, singing together, praying together, weight loss commercials, prayer brunches, reality TV appearances that made us all wish we were part of their family BBQ. But behind the matching outfits and rehearsed giggles, things were getting dark. You see, Tamela Mann had been suspiciously ill for the last year. Fainting spells, nausea, rapid weight loss. Her fans thought it was stress or touring fatigue. But now, investigators believe it was intentional. Tamela's symptoms mirrored those of low-dose arsenic poisoning, slow, undetectable, but deadly over time. And guess who was allegedly controlling her diet, her doctors, and even her medication schedule? That's right, Pastor David Mann, self-proclaimed protector of the household. Now before y'all clutch your crosses and say, "Not David," let me just tell you what else came out. Allegedly, Tamela tried switching her medical team back in February. She wanted to get a second opinion because her spirit told her something wasn't right. But every time she'd bring it up, David would gaslight her, saying, "You just need to pray harder, baby. Ain't no devil in your body." But there might have been something in her smoothies. Now let's talk about the motive, and oh baby, it's messy. Insiders claim that David was sitting on a $5 million life insurance policy. Not just any policy, a clause-heavy policy with immediate cash out if the spouse passes due to medical causes not tied to violence. That means if Tamela were to just quietly pass in her sleep, David cashes out fast. No autopsy required. Just a few tears, a God took her home, and boom, straight to the bank. But it doesn't stop there. Tamela recently updated her will, unknowingly with David's guidance, according to a leaked copy allegedly notarized by one of David's longtime business managers. David was named primary executor and sole beneficiary, while Tamela's sister and kids were quietly removed. Talk about snakes in the Sunday school. Then came the real twist. Dr. Jackie, yes, the same Dr. Jackie who's always been in the Mann's inner circle, apparently blew the whistle. In a now-deleted Instagram live at 3:42 a.m., she went live and said, "I will not carry this guilt into another sunrise. Tamela, if you see this, it's your husband. It's been him this whole time. The labs, the cover-ups, the forced refills. I've kept quiet for too long, baby. When I tell you the internet exploded, fans froze. Black Twitter baptized her. Timeline. Hashtags like hashtag pray for Tamela and hashtag David Mann exposed started trending globally, and then the authorities stepped in. Just 24 hours after that live, David Mann was taken into custody from his home wearing a robe, no shoes, and shouting, "This is a setup. The devil is busy." According to the leaked police report, officers found a locked cabinet in David's private office filled with dozens of unmarked pill bottles, shredded prescriptions, and a notebook labeled supplements for tea. Who the hell labels their murder notebook? But wait, it gets nastier. Remember the gospel brunch tour they were planning this fall? That entire venture was allegedly funded through Tamela's private health savings account, an account she didn't even know David had access to. We're talking luxury hotels, designer robes, and even a deposit for a vacation home in Aruba, all tied to her declining health. As more details emerged, fans started pulling receipts from old interviews. That one moment on The Terrell Show when Tamela coughed mid-sentence and David joked, "Don't die on me now, girl, I just paid the insurance." We laughed then, but now, it hits like a sermon from Judas, and just when you thought it couldn't get more disturbing, a former housekeeper came forward anonymously. She claimed she saw David mix a green powder into Tamela's smoothies every morning, and when she asked about it, he said, "Just keeping my queen calm and clean, or slowly poisoned and silenced." This scandal has officially flipped the script on the man's perfect brand. Fans feel betrayed. The church is in chaos. And Tamela? Well, Tamela is finally speaking barely, but powerfully from her hospital bed. But before we get to that, what happened next will send chills down your holy spine. Or yahin say to sab kuch or be zyada terrifying ho gaya. Just jab log samaj rahi the kiya surf ek beamer shadi ka meltdown high, ek anonymous nurse. Ni social media ki DMs ka darvaza ta dia. Screenshot mean that ek alleged hospital report Jahan Lika the patient shows signs of internal poisoning over prolonged period. Suspected agent, diazepam mixed in high doses over weeks, weight WH80. Poison, not stress, not diet, not overworking, poison. Comments section literally caught fire. David Mann poisoned his own wife, trended within 13 minutes. And guess who decided to randomly go live at 3:47 am? Miss Portia Mann herself, Tamela Key's stepdaughter, Jo. Normally chup ready high, but this time she was holding back tears, or rage, or both. Mama's been sleeping too long, and they told us it was rest. But when I asked for toxicology, they said the files got deleted. Oh, deleted files? What is this? Grey's Anatomy. Crime Edition? Now here's where it went full Lifetime movie. Dr. Jackie Jo Kutch Dinsey's Silent Thee suddenly broke her NDA and gave a cryptic tweet that had the whole gospel community quaking. When love becomes lethal, silence becomes sin. I've seen the charts. I know the truth. That tweet got to 100,000 retweets in 1 hour. Gospel radio hosts were doing live reactions like it was the Bet Awards. Gospel brunches? Cancelled. Bishop Darrell's prayer circle. Praying against David Mann, and in the midst of this chaos, guess who was seen booking a private jet to Houston? David Mann. Cameras caught him boarding a plane at 6:02 am just 30 minutes after Portia's live ended. Coincidence? Or criminal getaway? Meanwhile, leaked DMs from someone claiming to be a hospital intern said, and we quote, "Dr. Jackie warned the family, but David blocked further scans. He said Tamela just needed rest." That meant shut down every medical second opinion. Internet FBI was in full action now. TikTok tox experts were breaking down the exact sedative doses that could induce a coma without immediate death. People were pulling up screenshots of David buying medication in bulk from wellness suppliers in Atlanta. Oh, but wait, it gets creepier. Tamela's gospel bestie, Sister Laverne, yes, the same one who laid hands on her during Sunday service 2:01, posted an old voice memo that suddenly made too much sense. Girl, you look tired. I don't know what David feeding you, but you ain't been right since y'all started working with that doctor, y'all. WHAT doctor. And why was that memo from 9 months ago? Now connect the dots. Around that same time, Tamela mysteriously dropped out of a stage play, citing low energy. Then she skipped her own choir's 10th anniversary. And every time the media asked, the response was, she's focusing on herself. Focus kar rahi thi. Ya forcefully sedated thi. It's not just suspicious. It's giving full-blown conspiracy. And remember that family vlog they posted just weeks before the collapse? The one where David was cooking in the kitchen. One fan zoomed in and noticed a non-labeled brown pill bottle near the spice rack. The same spice rack that Tamela kept saying tastes funny in multiple episodes. And get this, in one of the unedited live streams, Tamela says jokingly, I don't know what he puts in that tea, but it knocks me out every time. Oh, ma'am, and we laughed. The video was meant to be cute. Now it's evidence. Meanwhile, fans are divided. Some are saying David is being framed. Others think it's straight up attempted murder. One gospel influencer with 3 million followers said, if this was any other man and any other woman, we'd be calling for his arrest immediately. Don't let the church suit fool you. Exactly. The suspenders do not cancel out the sinister. And then boom, the final straw. A nurse again, anonymous, obviously posted to Reddit under a burner account, claiming, David requested a do not resuscitate clause without Tamela's full consent. She only signed under medication. We've reported it internally. Wait, WHAT, a secret DNR? Forged under sedation? Is this a gospel tour or a Netflix murder doc? And right when people started organizing digital prayer circles to free Tamela, spiritually, Dr. Jackie again pops back with an IG story showing an empty hospital bed with the caption, she's waking up. She's waking up. Now the whole internet is praying and panicking at the same time. What will Tamela say when she wakes up? Does she remember? Did she hear anything? Or was this the plan all along for her to never wake up and let the truth die with her? Cue the part where David Mann starts cooperating with legal authorities and deletes 34 posts from his Instagram. All posts that featured Tamela in a vulnerable state. Gone, and his bio now reads, just a man of God. No interviews, sir. Too late for that. The entire world is interviewing each other at this point. And just when it couldn't get more disturbing, Portia leaks a voicemail allegedly from David himself, recorded just 3 nights before Tamela's collapse. And just when the gospel world thought things couldn't spiral any further, boom, the final blow dropped like a choir robe on Sunday morning. A leaked email from an anonymous whistleblower inside the hospital revealed that this wasn't David's first rodeo with suspicious substances. According to the document, a nurse flagged David 3 months prior after noticing him mixing Tamela's prescription medication with an unlabeled vial of liquid in the hospital cafeteria. Yes, the cafeteria. Because apparently, nothing screams subtle poison plot like mixing meds next to a vending machine and a tray of Jell-O cups. And here's the kicker, guess who allegedly signed off on the medication list that mysteriously disappeared from hospital records? None other than Dr. Jackie. But hold on, y'all. Let's not jump to conclusions, right? Too late. Social media had already done it for us. Poisongate was trending worldwide. TikTokers were reenacting the moment David reached for Tamela's IV. One video even had gospel music playing dramatically in the background while someone shouted, "Not today, Satan," and snatched a fake 4 out of a Barbie doll. Meanwhile, gospel radio hosts were torn. One host on W Praise FM said, "I just can't believe Brother David would do this, unless he really wanted her solo career to fail." Another shady gospel blogger posted a timeline titled, "From Amen to Attempted Murder, the David Mann Chronicles," breaking down every suspicious moment in their marriage, from who poured Tamela's communion wine to who closed her hotel door in 2017, the deeper you dig, the uglier it gets. One source even claimed that David had been transferring Tamela's royalties into an offshore account under a fake name, D. Love, short for David's love offering. That same account allegedly funded, wait for it, Dr. Jackie's private spa retreat in Turks and Caicos. Yes, honey. While Tamela was laid out in a hospital bed, Dr. Jackie was getting cucumber facials on a yacht named Divine Intervention, and if you thought the authorities were going to let this slide, think again. An internal hospital probe was launched. The board suspended Dr. Jackie pending investigation. And the police? They pulled the surveillance tapes, including one where David was allegedly seen adjusting Tamela's drip with something pulled from his pocket. From his pocket. A full forensic team was called in. Lab reports came back with traces of hydroxytramine, a compound not used in any hospital medication but commonly found in rat poison and banned herbicides. Y'all, rat poison? In a gospel marriage? I mean, we've seen some petty moves on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but this? As of the latest reports, David was taken into custody for questioning, but social media didn't need an arrest warrant to declare him guilty. Gospel Twitter is already hosting mock trials. There are memes of Tamela rising from the hospital bed like Lazarus with the caption, "God said not today," and now, guess who just booked a full sit-down interview with the Shade Room Gospel Edition? Tamela Mann. Yes, Tamela's daughter. And the preview clip? Phew, all she said was, "My daddy needs help, not from a therapist, but from the Lord and the law." Cut to black. But here's where things take a divine twist. While David is facing a potential conspiracy to commit attempted murder charge, Tamela reportedly woke up again, this time on her own before her scheduled surgery. And what were her first words? "Where's my Bible? And where's David?" Now that's either forgiveness or full-blown cinematic drama, and honestly, it's giving Lifetime original movie vibes. Sources close to Tamela say she's refusing to speak to her husband until she gets the full truth. Meanwhile, David's reps released a statement claiming this is all just a tragic misunderstanding and that brother David would never harm the Queen of Gospel, but the streets ain't buying it. Dr. Jackie has gone silent. Her practice is shut down, and the gospel community is rattled. Choir directors are canceling performances. Deacons are side-eyeing church husbands. Pastors are preaching on betrayal from the pulpit like it's revival week. And the Mann family, divided. Tiffany and her brothers are allegedly staging a legal intervention, demanding Tamela separate herself from David before it's too late. One of them even hinted at filing for a conservatorship to protect her assets and her life. As this twisted story unfolds, fans are left with more questions than answers. Was this just greed gone wild? A desperate attempt to silence Tamela before a tell-all? Or was this a deeper, darker spiritual warfare that's only now coming to light? One thing's for sure, the gospel ain't never sounded this toxic. And as David faces a wave of public scrutiny, frozen accounts, and possibly a cold jail cell, the gospel world is watching, praying, and refreshing their timelines for the next update, because in a saga filled with betrayal, poison, and backstage prayers, we've just hit the final note. Or have we? So now the question stands, was this really just a domestic dispute gone too far? Or was Tamela Mann inches away from being silenced forever by the very man who once vowed to love and protect her? Because after all the confessions, the lab reports, and that eerie silence from David's legal team, it's no longer just speculation, it's a ticking time bomb that the gospel world can't ignore. Do you think David Mann acted alone? Or was there a bigger operation at play? Could this be the scandal that brings down a gospel empire built on trust, lies, and golden microphones? Or is there still more we haven't uncovered yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because this case is evolving by the hour and the receipts are dropping like thunder. If you thought this was the end of the drama, Oh baby, you haven't seen anything yet. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive exposes, and turn on those notifications so you never miss another jaw-dropping truth bomb. Because in this world of gospel glitter and holy secrets, nothing stays buried for long, and we're just getting started.